Ezekiel Elliott was cut. This will be the last topic on the show before we get out of here. Ezekiel Elliott was cut in NFL free agency by those Dallas Cowboys, but now he is deciding between 3 NFL teams. Your New York Jets, Jansen, the Cincinnati Bengals that were just in the AFC title game, and the Super Bowl runner-ups in the Philadelphia Eagles. Where is the best fit for Ezekiel Elliott?
I think he should either go to the Bengals or the Eagles, in my opinion. You got to go to me, those are the better teams right now. I'm just keeping it real. Jets fan, yes, but let's be real. Eagles just were in the Super Bowl. Why not? Why not get your payback a little bit?
Yeah.
You wanted to be a Cowboy for life. Why don't you go to the Eagles? Show people you could still play. Show people you're not washed up.
Oh, you got me in on that
That'll
one.
be a great storyline.
Yeah.
Or you could go to Cincinnati. You got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Joe Burrow. The passing game is there. Joe Mixon, he's no bum. He's really good. I would love to see that one too. So for me, it's either the Eagles or it's the Bengals. Either way, Zeke will be going to the playoffs. And you go to any one of those 3 teams, he's going to the playoffs, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So to me, Zeke should be happy, actually. But it'll be funny to see him go to the Eagles.
Yeah. That would be the true ultimate payback, like sticking it to Jerry Jones. What if both times that they played the Eagles, he's running for God knows, 150, 200 yards? That would be crazy to see that for Zeke Elliott. But yeah, knowing that you got the Jets, you got the Bengals, you got the Eagles on the table for him. The best fit, it's either going to be between the Bengals or the Eagles, like you said as well. The Jets would also be nice. I mean, he's narrowed it down to 3, pretty nice teams, and clearly he knows what he's doing. He's in this league. He wants to get to a Super Bowl. We kind of set the standard, unfortunately, for running backs not getting a big payday anymore. And he fell off after he got the bag, after being a 2-time rushing champ, after holding out, after being in Cabo and really making the fans sweat. He knew Jerry Jones had the money. And as Jerry Jones did with Ezekiel Elliott, as Jerry Jones did with Dak Prescott, he paid the money. And now he didn't produce, so he was let go. So knowing that Zeke, what he had all in the tank, what he was able to do, I don't believe he is really maybe even 80, 85% of what he used to be. I mean, I feel like he might get a 70, 75% Zeke at best. And that's because this guy ran in between the tackles, right? That's because he was literally being a bulldozer through the NFL, through that offensive line, going through the trenches, with defensive linemen, with the Aaron Donalds and the TJ Watts and the linebackers in the league. Like, he took a absolute pummeling at the position. And we know that's why linebackers, we say they're disposable, which of course they are, which is unfortunate because it's tough to be a good running back in this league. I think I might have said linebackers. Running back. It's tough to be a good running back in this league. And, seeing what happened with Zeke, it's unfortunate because he was a great back coming out of college. I mean, he was an absolute monster, seeing what he did early in the NFL. So it would be good with the Jets. They have a running back one in Breece Hall, but he did unfortunately have that mishap with the injury that took him out for the season. So Zeke, I feel like now is that running back 2 role. That wouldn't look bad with Aaron Rodgers, with all the talent that's going over to the Jets. That would really feel like okay, they're loading up like the Rams did, like the Bucks did, like my Saints did over 4 years. Like, they're going all in for the Super Bowl push. The Bengals would be a no-brainer as well. Being a running back 2 behind Joe Mixon would be great. Joe Mixon has kind of, he hasn't really fallen off, but I hear some Bengals fans saying that they want a little bit of a secondary option there for Joe Mixon when he does have some of those potential injury prone moments in the season. And then the Eagles, of course, that I'm really on board with you on that one, Jansen. Being, in the NFC East, combating the Cowboys, really sticking it to Jerry Jones, which he can't be mad at Jerry Jones. Again, that's where I started the whole point is you can't be mad, not even at Jerry Jones, but at the team because they paid you well and you fell off. Going to the Eagles, knowing that they lost Miles Sanders, you've got a Boston Scott, you've got a Kenneth Gainwell, which I'm a big fan of Kenny Gainwell, and he can actually produce pretty well when he's given the opportunities. And I think we saw that in his rookie year. So that would be another solid fit as well. If I really had to pick one, though, as a best fit for Ezekiel Elliott, I feel like I got to go Eagles because of the offensive line and because they just lost Miles Sanders. But then you also look with the Bengals O-line, not super great. Zeke has been behind a great O-line his whole career. And then you also look with the Jets, that O-line was all right. I feel like I actually don't know the numbers specifically. So if we're just sticking to offensive line, it's definitely going to be the Eagles for sure.